Hi. Today I'm gonna try to talk about the story. I want you to understand that for us, the storytelling is even more important than the gameplay. I come from movie making. For me, story is almost everything. So I will start with the setup. There's this guy called Dorian Barrick, who is quite old. He's 172. And he doesn't want to die. Dorian Barrick has been one of the greatest physicists of the 22nd century. He invented the engine that gave humankind the possibility of doing interstellar travel, and he became really rich. With this money, he created one of the biggest empire in humanity. He really doesn't want to die, so he spent all his time and resources in building this machine called Lazarus, which works directly on his DNA by using some quantum nano machines and slow down the aging process of his cells. But after 5 decades, his body cannot accept any more nanomachines inside, so he is about to die. And that's where you come in. You are Prometheus, and you are the son of Dorian Barrick. Your mission is to retrieve a huge energy source called the Quintessence and bring it back to Dorian, because he wants to feed this machine, Lazarus, with a huge quantitative of energy in order to reverse the aging of his cells and go back to being young again. The story starts in the scientific base, where Prometheus arrives, and for the first time. It is a very isolated scientific base in the middle of nowhere, where there is this weird army of robots that are building a huge spaceship. It's a golden spaceship called Origin. There is only one other human being in the base apart from Dorian, and her name is Alice. You will meet her the first time you arrive. She's the one that takes care of Dorian. Of course, something will happen between Prometheus and Alice. It will start as a flirt, and it will evolve into a romantic love story. A love story so important that Prometheus will have to change his plans. He will be cornered between two choices. The first one is to go on the longest journey of his life, a 10 years long journey, but he will have to leave Alice behind. Or the second choice is to stay with Alice on Earth and not save his father. During this adventure, you will have to save Alice from fire. Basically, you have to get a fire extinguisher, turn off the fire while taking her by hand and bring her outside. So it's gonna be mixed up of action and classic adventure problem solving. You will get lost in the snowstorm around the scientific base, or you will have this scene in a zero gravity scene. It will be in the second chapter, where you will have to fix your spaceship in the middle of nowhere in the space, and it's all gonna be in zero gravity. So imagine being in zero gravity in virtual reality. It should be quite amazing. The dramatic part will be inside the scientific base, where Dorian will slowly start to understand that Prometheus and Alice are plotting against him. And being the man he is, his vengeance will be terrible.